Hello everyone, this is an update on Formula 44. It's a beautiful afternoon, drizzling in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and it is such a pleasure to share some updates. This is the first video in 2022 on Formula 44, the holistic wellness life work-life balance program, the regime which we have been implementing for last 2 years very diligently, and increasingly the feedback is extremely positive. And once again, let's share the key elements of Formula 44 work-life balance regime. Why Formula 44? Because there are 4 elements of nutrition, the food, and there are 4 elements of exercise. What are the 4 elements of food, nutrition? The 4 elements are 1 fistful of nuts and dry fruits, 2 helpings of fruits every day, 3 glasses of warm water to be consumed slowly when we get up early in the morning. Number 4, the lunch and dinner should have total altogether 4 helpings of food such as lentil, pulses, vegetables, beans, cereals, the unadulterated, the organic, the fresh, natural food. These are the 4 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 fistful of nuts or dry fruits, 2 helpings of fruits, 3 glasses of warm water to be sipped slowly over at least half an hour or so, and 4 helpings of food in the lunch and dinner, which should have a generous quantity of grains, lentils, cereals, pulses, beans, etc. That will complete the daily intake of food for an average person. If someone is suffering from a particular disease, of course, that diet will change according to the do's and don'ts. For example, I suffer from a bit of asthma, so I avoid certain food such as bananas, yogurt, some dry nuts, etc. Now, coming to the 4 elements of exercise. So the 4 elements of exercise are the 1 hour of meditation. Now this 1 hour of meditation is the most important element which we will talk about. 2 rounds of walk. Either we walk briskly or we walk on an average pace. 3 pranayama techniques. 3 rounds of pranayama, which is the breathing techniques, and 4 rounds of sun salutation. So what exactly are these 4 elements? Once again, 1 hour of meditation. Now this 1 hour of meditation is the most important because our mind determines our nature, our mind determines our mood, our mindset, our mind determines our actions. That is why mind management is the most important, and meditation is universally considered to be such an important tool to achieve the mental equipoise. The state of mind which is equipoised, which is stable, which is steadfast, which doesn't get distracted so easily. Mind is the most fickle, but with practice, with meditation, the mind can be controlled. So the teachings of Formula 44 are based on the precepts of Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita is such a glorious treatise on mind management. There are so many verses which highlight the importance of mind management. For example, Uddared Atman Atmanam, Na Atmanam Avashadayet, Atmaiva Yatmano, Buddhiratmaiva Ripuratmanha. This comes in the 6th chapter, in the 5th verse. This verse says that our mind is our best friend, but our mind is also our worst enemy. In the beginning, we have to consider our mind as the worst enemy because it is always taking us to a negative route. For example, we want to do exercise and the mind says, hey, I'm feeling lazy, let me sleep. Or we want to regulate our diet and the mind says, what is the hurry? Let us have another, piece of whatever delicacy we are having. So the mind is the best friend and the mind is the worst enemy, so says Bhagavad Gita. So the 1 hour of meditation is not necessarily sitting in a very difficult sitting posture. We can tailor make it. If you are walking and you are trying to focus your mind, that is meditation. If you got up in the morning and you did the first breathing technique, which is the OUM, the Omkar breathing, and you have now started sipping water and you have focused your mind on the divinity, on the positivity, that is meditation. There are different types of meditation, but the outcome should be that the mind is getting better, the mind is getting controlled, the mind is listening to what we instruct, and we are not at the beck and call of the mind. So this is about the 1 hour of meditation, and the two rounds of walking, as I mentioned, should result in at least 6-7 kilometers, if not ideal 10 kilometers every day. The third element, breathing techniques. The breathing techniques which I have experimented and which has helped me immensely are the alternate nostril breathing, the bellows breathing, which is called Bhastrika. Alternate nostril breathing is called Anulom Vilom, and Kapalbhati, which is the deep exhalation. These three at least we do every day for 15-20 minutes altogether. And the 4 rounds of sun salutation. When I say 4 rounds of sun salutation, you begin with 4 into 1, but later you can make it 4 into 2. That means actually 8. Then you can make it 4 into 3, 12. And I consider 12 to be the ideal because minimum 12 we have to do every day where we can start seeing the results. Why sun salutation, Surya Namaskar? Because sun salutation is absolutely amazing. This is one exercise which takes care of all the exercises of the body. So it's very simple to remember and very simple postures. One of the ways to do it is to face the sun, the rising sun, and do those 12 postures by also taking care of the breathing, which is very important. But then if we are doing it at a time which is already beyond the sunrise, we can just imagine that we are looking at the rising sun and then we are doing these 12 steps. So once again, to recap, the 4 elements of food: 1 fistful of nuts and dry fruits, 2 helpings of fruits, 3 glasses of warm water early in the morning, 4 helpings of food items which is rich in grains and cereals and pulses and lentils and vegetables and salads and greens and leaves. And the 4 elements of exercise are 1 hour of meditation, 2 rounds of walking, 3 breathing techniques, and 4 rounds of sun salutation. These are the 8 elements. Now, once again, I would like to say that the meditation is the most important, because this is all about regulating our dincharya, which is the daily regimen, daily routine. Only a disciplined mind can set the routine and make sure that we are implementing all these that we have learned, because regular practice is so important. And that is why the mind management, that is why the meditation. And once we have reached a certain level, we will automatically be drawn to doing all this, and we will feel restless if we are missing one of the elements. And we should have a daily check whether we are implementing appropriately or not. So this is the 21st video. We will come out with some more add-ons, but once again I repeat that depending on your age, your body conditions, if a particular ailment you are suffering from, you have to adjust the diet accordingly. This is a general recipe for everyone. Like for myself, because I suffer from asthma, I avoid certain types of fruits, certain types of nuts, and certain food. Also, the very important elements that we must complete our food within the sunrise and within the sunset. That's the ideal. There should be a gap of at least 3-4 hours before we go to sleep. So then consumption of water, the rules about it. We should have neither too much nor too little. And we shouldn't drink water after meal. There should be a gap, for the simple reason that if we have water just after the meal, it dilutes the digestive process. Similarly, the rules about the fruits, we shouldn't have fruits after meal. Again, the same issue. If we have fruits after the meal, the fruits tend to get digested faster, but because the food is not digested, it leads to flatulence and blockage for the fruits, which is not good for the digestive process. So many such nuggets. Also, we should start living in a natural way. For example, after I gave up the air conditioner, I have enjoyed so much sleeping without an air conditioner. I have enjoyed so much avoiding the hot water bath or the hot water shower. It is so refreshing to have the normal water shower. And everything else, like use of the chemicals, I'm so happy to avoid using soap and shampoo. Then another important point is that in the modern days, we have stopped massaging the body with the herbal oil or with the healthy oil. We are massaging the head with the oil. That is also so important, the regular massage with herbal oil or a therapeutic oil on the body with a little bit of good massage everywhere is so refreshing and is so healthy. So much more to share. Let's meet up again. See you then.